Welcome to Charm School. I'm Anna Griffin, and this is our Christmas present concentric frame dies made easy. So it's Christmas in July, and you're just never too early to start thinking about your Christmas cards because when we, as crafters, make many of them every season, some of us even make them every month of the year because it brings so much joy. Well, this is a brand new product that we designed for this year, and the concentric frames are 3D, so they're going to engrave this incredibly detailed border and these palm fronds, and then it's going to emboss these tiny little stars. It's going to die cut all of these shapes, and you're going to end up with the most beautifully intricate frames that we have made to date. Now, this looks like something you could use to celebrate just about any occasion. We've called it Christmas present because it was ultimately designed to go with our Christmas present card making kit, which is like an all-inclusive card making kit for 3D cards that you can use for creating your Christmas cards. 36 cards, 375 pieces to put that together. And if you haven't seen it, it's available on our website. Now, our beautiful card that we're going to make today is using pieces from that kit along with the embellishments, but you'll see that the dies are creating a shadow box type frame, and that is done with some layering and some, easily achieved foam adhesive that does come in that kit. So you would take, if you're using your Impress machine or any die cutting machine, you would definitely want to consider making your plate sandwich. I'm going to start with an A plate on the bottom. I have a metal shim and a magnetic mat that goes next, and then our dies, we're going to nest them. So what you see here is that this is how we're going to create this beautiful double frame on the inside. So we actually have a frame here that's on the offset, and then we have a frame on the inside. So that's done by nesting dies. And so what you see here is I've taken the outer die and then the original frame, and it's got the ridges face up because it's just for, it's only for positioning. The same thing is going to happen here with the die that goes in the center. So it's going to go face up. It's going to go actually face down into the oval, around the oval, and then we're going to nest one more time this die on the inside to create the frame. So everything that is facing up gets removed. So very carefully, we're going to take the big die away, and now I'm going to end up with two beautifully concentric frames, and we're going to die cut that in a single pass right through the Impress machine. So many wonderful ways to make things with this machine, but our dies will work with other machines. So you just have to worry about the plate configuration, the sandwich for which you are creating. So here's our first frame, beautifully measured out as if we planned it that way. And then we have our second frame. We have a beautiful little fillet border that we can use on another card, as well as an oval that can be used on another card. So many lovely ways to go about creating with our dies. So I'm taking a Christmas present card base, and these are already pre-printed, and on the back you can write your name for where it says handmade by. And so we're going to take foam adhesive and put it on the back of that lovely first frame, and it's going to go right on top of the card surface. We use that outer die to cut a piece of decorative paper. So this is a foil stamped pattern paper that's going to go on top of the gold, and you see how it now peeks out from behind. The same thing is happening where we're just layering on the inside, dropping this down. This is where we now have that shadow box effect. And then we have a lovely wreath that's going to go in the middle. It's a gorgeous embellishment from that card kit. And so is this. This is a three-dimensional bow. So we have a paper bow, and these come in that kit as well. And all we're doing is adding adhesive to the tails and then folding them back and connecting them to make it 3D. And then we're adding it to our project. Now from here, adding a little sentiment, a holiday hello below, and maybe another little piece of holly or two. This is completely up to you whether you want to cover up that die cut or not. Then we're just going to finish it off in such a beautiful way. Now, if you're using these dies, you definitely want to consider how to use them for, other occasions, not just for Christmas, but you see here we have them cut out of different colors of cardstock, the gold and the red, and it's all beautiful in the making.